So as you may know, or maybe you don't know, we are international matchmakers. We help men from the West to meet women from Eastern Europe, mainly Ukraine. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, how does that happen and what does it cost? So in this video here today, we are going to break down the cost of what a trip from United States would be to come over to Europe to basically date.
So quickly tell about the process and why this question pop up, because we're working now with the Slavic ladies that are located all over the Europe, or some of them are in United States, Canada, but mostly ladies are in Europe. And the guys, after 2-3 months of communication, are usually traveling from United States to meet with those ladies. And one of our clients, he's also a member of our Telegram community. By the way, if you're not a member, it's a free community. I invite you to join because it's very useful. There we share some facts, some news, some updates, and the guy is sharing information about their travels. So it's like a chat, right? Community where you can ask questions. So the link is down below. So our client asked me to help him to estimate the cost of his travel to Spain. His lady is in another city, so we are located in Spain, Valencia. The lady is in a different city, but they decided that they will meet in Valencia. And I estimated like the price for the flight. The travel will be in November. Flight, hotel, meals, tours, taxi. So approximately will give you pricing. So the flight from North Carolina, as I checked for November, cost 563 euros. Yes, it's a round trip with one stop in Munich. Of course, the price for the ticket can vary, depends on where you're flying from, depends on the time of the year, depends on everything. This guy is coming, by the way, for 5 days, and I will explain why. So me and Striker, when we were in Ukraine, and the guys were coming for the tours, we were making the tours for 10-14 days, and we thought that it is a good strategy. And it used to be, because we were there, we were arranging everything, and all these 14 days the guy's been actively doing something with multiple ladies. Nowadays the strategy changed a little bit. You communicate with 1 or 2 ladies, and then, final ladies, and then you come to meet them in Europe. And we realized that coming for even a week, sometimes it's too long, right? We realized that it's better to have 4 or 5 quality days, and Striker will explain you now what quality days on our opinion is, rather than like 7-10 days. So can you please tell guys about the quality 5 days, and then I will go back to the cost.
So you want to plan, you don't want to just come over here and just be willy-nilly, just kind of floating around and fluttering around, trying to think of things to do. You know, you go and walk around, you have lunch, you walk around some more. This is okay for, maybe a day that you spend exploring a city, but you want to have your days and your time structured in a way that is going to play on the emotions to build a relationship. So you want to do something that is maybe exciting, something that is new, something where you can share some emotions together. Maybe it's you both like hiking, so you decide to hike to the top of some mountain where there's a castle at the top, right? And you can experience those things together. So it's better to plan 4, 5, maybe 6 days of really well thought out ideas, because by this point here, you know each other kind of well, right? You understand each other's preferences, what they like, hobbies, things like that. So you should be able to plan around that so that you can enjoy those things together, rather than just sitting around having lunch and whatever. That's what I think. That's my thoughts.
Yes, so again, it doesn't matter where you go, to Spain, if you go to Poland, if you go to Italy, plan your trip. In Spain, we have a tip for you that we will share at the end of this video, but if you go to any other city in Europe, you have to take charge of that. You have to plan it. So the flight will cost for this guy particularly 563 euros. Then the hotel, again, depends on your preferences, like hotels are very different, but approximate price is 150 euros per room, per person. As you know, like we discuss in our Ascend program, that there's a 2-room problem, and for the first trip you always should stay with the lady in a different rooms. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to Ascend. It's very, very important. It's actually one of the most important videos that we have there, because from that point your trip can even go great or can go really not so good. So then meals. If you're staying at the hotel, the breakfast is included. Then for the lunch for 2 people, we tried it many times with Striker to see like if it is a correct number. So the lunch would cost for 2 about 40 euros and less. And dinner will cost around 70 euros per 2 people in good restaurant. So later is tours. Of course, you want to plan some excursion, maybe go somewhere. Again, depends. Somebody goes super extreme things, somebody go to the boat trip, somebody go to the bus trip, whatever. So approximately tours for one day would be 100 euros for 2 people, approximately. Taxi from Valencia airport to the city center cost from 20 to 30 euros. You should bring your gift. So that should
That's
cost
an extra $1,000.
It's about $100 gift should be. So it can be either some. We also discuss it in Ascent in our course that we created. So either it's some jewelry, or it's perfume, or it's something from your state, or something that she mentioned that she really like or passionate about. So this is $100. So approximately for 5 days for 2 people staying in Valencia would cost you 3,000 euros.
Yeah.
That is what we estimated. Again, yes, the lady may go from Ukraine to, for example, Poland, or she can go, like, because we not recommend our clients to travel to Ukraine. So the lady, if she's still in Ukraine, traveling to Poland, Italy, Germany, wherever you decide to meet. So, for example, the trip from Ukraine to Poland will cost about 200 euros. I say everything in euros, like you understand that it's approximately the same as dollars, maybe a little, like maybe 10% more, right? Like,
yeah.
So if the lady is flying some other cities, then the price will be more expensive. But everything is flexible, also depending on the season, about what you're going to do, what you want. But we always can advise and help you to find these prices. And another thing that we are still developing with Striker, but we hear more and more requests from the guys to do that. If you're planning to meet your lady, maybe it's a second trip or maybe it's a first trip, and you want to come to Spain, we would like to create and we're creating that. It's like Striker call it Ignite Tours. What do you mean by that?
We want to figure out the algorithm to fall in love, right? And there's quite a bit of research around this, and we're working with that algorithm, and it's about creating these different emotions, this roller coaster of emotions that you can take, that you yourself can go on with a woman. And you can take her through these emotions of discovery as well, to learn about each other. And then by the time that you leave, which is like a 5-day journey, you'll be wanting to see each other again. You'll understand a lot about each other. You didn't just sit around and have superficial conversations or walk around, or, kept her in her own city as well. So by moving her from, say, if she lives in Poland or Ukraine, whatever, you bring her to Valencia, because Valencia is a romantic city anyway, I think, in the old part of the city, and it's got the beach and everything. You can create this environment, or we can help you to create that environment as well. And when you leave on a high. So there's one of the reasons why we say don't stay for 12 or 13 days, because you need that time apart to kind of long for each other, to still want to talk to each other. You don't want to have that feeling of, I should probably leave now, I'm going to leave soon. And she's like, yeah, okay, then you should leave, maybe 3 days ago, I've got to go back to work. I've got my life, my shit I got to do, and I'm, whatever. So that can happen. So we want you to leave on this high. So we're trying to figure out this algorithm that we're working on at the moment. So somebody would come here. Also, when you, if she lives in Poland and you go to Poland, this was the problem with the tours in Ukraine. Not so much when the guy was on the tour, but when he met with the lady by himself, she would be organizing the taxi, she'd be ordering the food, because she knows it all very well. Also the
guys, sometimes they think because she's living in that area, she knows better.
Yeah,
but it's not how
it's really bad,
to
because you step into her frame, and when you step into her frame, she becomes the masculine one, you become more feminine, and chemistry doesn't happen when it's the wrong way around, right? So, but when you take her out of Poland, where she's been living for the last 2 years, and bring her to Spain, where she's out of her comfort zone, you get to now lead that interaction. And of course, we're in the background, the 2 best winged people in the world. It can only be a matter of good times.
Yeah, but it's very individual, and like this we can provide only for our clients when I understand that this is necessary. So it's not the service that we will try to push and say, hey guys, buy it. It's like for certain guys that we see that we can maybe less experience in dating, that people may be too busy to arrange the trip. They never been outside of United States. It happened also, the guy been all over United States but never been in Europe or something like that. When we arrange you something that you would not find by yourself, yourself, like some romantic boat trip or like some caves that here is very beautiful. Maybe you like hiking, maybe you want to go to escape room and etc. So everything will be very individual. I think that we were discussing with Striker, and it's only like in discussion, so we're not in a rush to present it, but I mean, you are.
Well, I'm thinking next year.
Yeah. So, but it's like something what you like you like extreme, you like this. Maybe I talk to the lady, I find out what she wanted, so I try to arrange it like, and everything will be like the same as in Ukraine when we're in the background. Nobody knows that it's us arrange that. We want it to be like it's completely 100% your idea. So basically, short video about telling you that, you know, it's pretty affordable. The prices, I'm telling you, like every time I travel to United States and I go for grocery or I go to restaurant, unfortunately, the prices are so much more expensive than in Spain. And in Poland it's even cheaper. So I guess that here you can go to the restaurants, it's minimum half of the price, I would say, and the food and the goods are definitely much cheaper. Yeah, that's it for now, and if you have any more questions, we are welcome to ask about traveling.
Yeah, see ya.